let me stop. I don't want to give you a heart attack right away. We'll save it for later. Psych! Anyways, I'm back. If you survived that, congrats. You're now more prepared to face one in real life. How have you been, though? Doing well? I heard you've been trying to get your life together. I'm proud of you. Today we got the final boss of the universe, black holes. The biggest mystery that always pops out of nowhere unexpected and just takes everything away from you in an instant. Kind of like your landlord. They're like the universe's ultimate plot twist, where the laws of physics go on vacation and nothing makes sense anymore. And trust me, the drama here rivals anything on TV. So what exactly is a black hole? You'll be surprised it's not an actual hole, but it's full. I know, let's have a moment of silence. Imagine the ultimate cosmic vacuum cleaner, but way more terrifying. It's a region in space where gravity is so strong that not even light, the fastest thing in the universe, can escape. Yep, not even light can run away from this bad boy. But how do these cosmic monstrosities form? It's stars. They don't shine bright forever. Let's rewind the cosmic clock to get the full picture. As we know it, stars are greedy. They just keep expanding and wanting more because they crave spotlight. So when a star gets massive, at least 20 times the size of our sun, it starts to burn out. Every party has to end. And for these massive stars, the end is anything but graceful. Honestly, I think they deserve it. They are asking for it. When a star like this runs out of fuel, it can no longer support itself against gravity. So the outer layers of the star explode in a spectacular supernova. Basically, the star's way of going out with a bang. But what's left behind? The core collapses under its own weight, creating a black hole. It's like the star just couldn't handle the pressure and decided to implode into a cosmic abyss. In a simple way, the white star wants to be black. It's not happy with what it is, so it tries to find happiness in becoming the opposite.
I'm black.
But we all know how that ends.
I'm black, and I'm proud.
Doesn't this remind you of something? Appreciate your color and don't try to mimic something you're not, because it always leads to a disaster. Look at what that white star trying to turn black has done to the universe. Robbed it. Anyways, let's talk about the anatomy of a black hole. First up, the event horizon. Think of it as the point of no return, like when you're on a roller coaster and you reach the top of the first drop. You're committed, whether you like it or not. Once you cross the event horizon, there's no turning back. Not even light can escape. And at the very heart of a black hole lies the singularity. This is where things get really weird. It's a point of infinite density, where the laws of physics just throw up their hands and say, I'm out of here. All the mass of the black hole is squeezed into this tiny, infinitely dense point. But here's where things get really fun. Let's talk about spaghettification. Yep, you heard that right. If you were unlucky enough to fall into a black hole, the intense gravity would stretch you out like a piece of spaghetti. So, next time you're enjoying your pasta, just remember, the universe might have plans to turn you into cosmic noodles. Now you might be wondering, where are these black holes hiding? Well, they're out there, lurking in the dark, waiting for their next victim. Some black holes are the remnants of massive stars like we talked about earlier. These are called stellar mass black holes, and they're usually found in binary star systems, munching on their companion stars. But then there are the big guys, the supermassive black holes. These behemoths sit at the centers of galaxies, including our own Milky Way. The one in our galactic backyard is called Sagittarius A-WAS, and it's got the mass of about 4 million suns crammed into a space smaller than our solar system. Talk about a cosmic heavyweight. So how do we know these invisible monsters are out there? Well, we can't see black holes directly because, they're black. But we can see the chaos they cause. As a black hole gobbles up nearby gas and dust, it heats up and emits X-rays. It's like watching the aftermath of an invisible wrecking ball smashing through the cosmos. It's like the universe's way of sending out a "we're having a party and you're all invited" signal. Speaking of parties, let's imagine a few different scenarios of how fun black holes are. Scenario 1. Black hole versus star. A star, minding its own business, is just drifting through the galaxy when it accidentally wanders too close to a black hole. Uh-oh. The black hole's gravity starts to stretch the star out, pulling it into a long, thin stream of gas. The black hole then starts gobbling up the star, and as the gas falls in, it heats up and emits X-rays like a disco ball. What a fun sight. From a safe distance, astronomers on Earth would see a brilliant flash and poop their pants knowing they're next. Scenario 2. Black hole versus another black hole. Now for an even wilder ride. What happens when two black holes collide? This is where things get seriously intense. As the two black holes spiral toward each other, they send out gravitational waves, ripples in the fabric of space-time itself. When they finally collide, they merge into a single, even more massive black hole. The energy released in this process is enough to warp space-time and send shockwaves across the universe. And here's the kicker. These gravitational waves can actually be detected by instruments here on Earth. It's like the universe sending us a message. Hey, something huge just happened. You're next, ha ha ha. Scenario 3. Black hole versus a human. All right, let's get personal. You saw this coming. It's inevitable. What if you, yes you, were unfortunate enough to fall into a black hole? First, you'd experience the weird effects of time dilation. Time would start to slow down relative to the outside world. To an observer watching from a safe distance, it would look like you were moving in slow motion as you approached the event horizon. But for you, things would seem pretty normal at first. As you get closer to the event horizon, gravity would start pulling harder on your feet than your head, stretching you out like a piece of spaghetti. This is the infamous spaghettification process. By the time you cross the event horizon, you'd be stretched so thin that you'd be little more than a stream of atoms. But don't worry, you'd be long gone before that happens. On the bright side, you'd be the most well-traveled spaghetti in the universe. Scenario 4. Black holes as time machines. Here's a thought to really bend your brain. Could black holes be used as time machines? Some physicists suggest that if you could find a way to survive the journey, you might be able to use a rotating black hole, also known as a Kerr black hole, to travel through time. The idea is that the spinning black hole could create a sort of wormhole, a tunnel through space-time, that might allow you to travel to another point in space or even another time. Of course, this is all highly theoretical and would require technology far beyond what we currently have. Not that I wouldn't know, since I have the ability to see all possibilities, but it's a fun idea to think about. Imagine hopping into a spaceship, diving into a black hole, and emerging in the distant future, or even the distant past. Just don't forget your return ticket. Nobody wants to be stuck in the past with no way back. Scenario 5. Black holes as universe creators. And here's a mind blower to end on. What if black holes aren't just cosmic vacuum cleaners, but actually the seeds for new universes? Some theories suggest that when a black hole forms, it might create a new universe on the other side. This would mean that our own universe could be the result of a black hole in another universe. It's like cosmic Russian dolls, with universes inside black holes inside other universes. So every time a black hole forms, it could be the birth of a new universe. As to how I see it, it's just cancer. Period. Anyways, bye.